Welcome to Crypto News. Today is January 26, 2026, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Moving on to our countries, we will go to Japan, where the first ETFs will be approved in 2028. Better late than never, but it is not that close for Japanese investors. Moving on to our companies, we will go to ARK Invest, the company of Ms. Cathie Wood, where we learned that ARK is buying shares of Coinbase, Circle, and Bullish now that prices are starting to fall, while another giant is entering the cryptocurrency, and we are talking about UBS, which is a Swiss banking giant, or UBS Group, which will open its doors to cryptocurrency investments for some of its private banking clients. The bank is the largest wealth manager in the world and is worth about $4.7 trillion, so follow the trend and everyone will get into crypto classic. Now let's move on to our upgrades and coins, and we'll go to Tezos, which is a proof-of-stake layer 1 blockchain, which recently upgraded to Tallinn, reducing block generation time to about 6 seconds. Finally, the upgrade also introduced an address indexing mechanism that removes redundant address data, reducing storage needs for applications running on Tezos, which improves data storage performance by 100 times. And from Tezos, we'll go to Injective, where the community voted on something they wanted, and that is that the Injective community voted on a change to token economics with 99.89% support. This proposal involves squeezing the supply and reducing token production, while maintaining the network's rebuy and burn program. As you can see, they will simply create fewer coins, but through protocol inputs, they will continue to burn them. From Injective, we will go to XRP, to a prediction basically, and that is that the CEO of Ripple is predicting an all-time high for XRP in 2026, clearly stating publicly that he believes we will see an all-time high. So that was a prediction for XRP. Now let's go to Bitcoin hash rate, and let me tell you that Foundry USA's hash rate dropped by 60% on Friday due to a deadly storm that hit America. If we look at the hash rate, Foundry USA, which is essentially a pool, has it at 23%, and a month ago it was at 30%, so we are talking about a significant drop resulting in Bitcoin's hash rate decreasing during that period. One thing that is also hurting Bitcoin's hash rate is that miners are slowly investing in artificial intelligence. Now, going to the standard cryptocurrency market, we see that Bitcoin is at $87,000. The price currently seems to be recovering due to our support. However, Polymarket is predicting a possible US government shutdown in January at 77%. The main reason for this seems to be that Senate Democrats would not provide the votes to move forward on the appropriations bill if funding for the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is included. As you know, in the US, there are many episodes involving the Department of Homeland Security for various things that do not concern us in this episode, and the Democrats will not provide support. In addition, we will say that President Donald Trump has not ruled out the possibility of another government shutdown at some point, and we move on to the US economy, and we will see that on the 28th of the month, Mr. Jerome Powell will speak at a press conference where we will see what he has to say about the economy, and perhaps we will move according to what he says. And on the 30th of the month, the Producer Price Index, PPI, will be published on an annual basis. In addition, in 2 days and 13 hours, we will see US interest rates, which are likely to remain stable, but according to what Powell will say on the day the interest rates are published, we will see what chances we have next month, which at the moment are not high at all. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, January 26, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.